Good morning. It's about 5:45. I am waiting to get picked up to go do the half marathon. I'm nervous. Like, not terribly nervous, but I definitely don't feel ready enough. Hopefully I'll make it through the 13. I don't know what the time's going to be. I don't know how we're going to do. This is a good kind of nerves, you know? You're on the brink of something and you're like, hope I can do it. Yeah, I slept well. My body feels good. This is really just a prep half marathon for the rock and roll. Yeah, we'll just see how we do. I will catch up with you later. Bye.
30 seconds! 30 seconds!
Oh, that's a terrible video. Kind of looks cool. Like our shadows are in. Oh, bouncy as hell. It's a good day though. So that was incredible. 13.1, didn't walk, didn't stop. Super positive. I feel great for the rock and roll. Probably the best I felt since the whole nightmare started. Yeah. Can I catch a f***ing break? Seriously? I had a really good morning. I had a really good run. I hung out with my running partner. It was good. We talked about stuff. We got into talking about her a bit. I sort of crassly said that she wants to be best friends with me. She wants to hang out with me and cook with me and be best friends, and she wants to go f*** him. And she said, you know, this may be hard to hear, but she doesn't just want to f*** him. You know, she's had feelings for him for a year. And for some reason, when she said a year, it just drove a knife into my heart. Because if that's true, if she started having feelings for him a year ago, last summer after she broke her leg, when we toiled and slaved, or maybe I toiled and slaved and did everything I could to help her be okay, and she was having feelings for somebody else. Last summer sucked. It was so hard, and I tried every day, and I dealt with depression and anxiety, and it was just the worst. And to think now that she was thinking thoughts about someone else in the midst of that, at the time where I thought we were getting closer and knitting together, it's just a new step lower. It's lower than I was before. I don't know what to think. If that's true, I feel so much more deceived and low. And I'm already just so lonely. I just want someone. So that was hard to hear. It really sucked. And then as I was leaving her house, I looked on Instagram and she posted to her story something about making it to Oregon. And I don't know why. She's, I guess, entitled to do as she wishes. It just knocked me a peg lower. She's just off traveling with him, going to Oregon, and I don't know why, and it's none of my business, but she hasn't talked to me in days since the whole thing with having packages delivered to the house. And I asked her, could you have your packages delivered to your new home? She's shut me down, cut me out, and I don't know if I don't know why, but now she's away. Is she seeing Rick? Is she traveling to support him? I don't know why, and I'm not entitled to know why. Maybe I'm just tired from the half marathon. I'm just low again. It's another Saturday where I feel like, and I'm really low. And I don't know what to do now because I have the whole day open. I want to lash out. I want to call his ex-girlfriend and talk to her. I want to do something to exercise control. And I know it's reckless in the face of all the that is to come. She's within her rights to do that, except for the fact that she's still married to me. Not that that means anything or controls anything, but she hasn't even ended our relationship, but she's going to. I talked with my therapist about the loss of control, and as somebody who is pretty proactive, I'm a problem solver. I don't sit idly by. To have to sit idly by in this nightmare of a life is just so freaking hard. I have to wait for her to make every move, wondering what she's thinking, what she's doing, and then I get a little insight into what she's doing, and it flattens me. She's just jumped lives. She's left this one and jumped into that one, and she's traveling with him and doing things with him. And I'm just left behind with the rejects, left behind with the dog, with the she doesn't want at our condo. I'm just left behind. And I feel a little betrayed because all through breakfast, my running partner knew she was away. And she wasn't maliciously not telling me, but when I found out she knew, I feel betrayed. And I know I'm not betrayed, but I feel betrayed. Maybe I'll drive up to the barn. I was on such a high from this morning, and now it's like anytime there's a high peak, there's an equally low valley afterwards. And it seems this is the way it's gonna be. And she has no intention of coming back. She just wants to get into her new life as easily as possible, with as little fallout as possible, keeping as much money as possible, and just being done with me. And every part of that hurts. None of this was done with grace or respect or friendship or logic, and I'm just part of the fallout. I came to the barn to try to feel better. I finished up a phone call, and then someone was waiting for me when I got out of the car to ask me to sign a petition, and then we talked about divorce, and she knows, and she knows the barn, and she knows what goes on over there. And what she told me was that it just kind of rolls off of people. I said, it's not okay that he got into a relationship with a married woman. And her response was, everyone over there kind of does that, and people sort of like him. Well, so that wasn't a conversation that made me feel very much better. And she knows from firsthand experience, so I feel bad for her. But maybe that's tough love, maybe that's just real. I asked how his ex-girlfriend is doing, who works there, and she said, not well. I would really like to talk to her, to make some sense of this. But as my trusted advisors have told me, it's a bad idea. I could lose even more. But what I hate right now is feeling so bound by everything. I'm not free to act in almost any way I want. I don't get clarity. I don't get answers. I'm just bound by the rules and the timeline she has set out. And I'm an adult, and I don't want that. But if I go against that, she could be even more cruel to me and take away the things that matter most to me. So I have to play some game and be decent when she can be as cruel and selfish as she wants to be, because she has control of the money and the things that matter most in my life. Right now, she's not a very good person. I don't know if she was before, or if I just got a facade. I really don't know what to think anymore. The thought that this has been brewing for a year is fundamentally undermining, but I just don't know what is real. I can't trust her, and maybe that's why I want to talk to his ex, because maybe she'll give me something more concrete, something I can hold on to, something that makes sense when she started to suspect something, or when he said something. What I have now is that he told her he was never really into her, he thought she was socially awkward, that she's not his type. What I have from him is he's never felt this way for anyone before. And what I have from my wife is the thing with him is so good, it's worth destroying our whole life in the most vicious way possible. as quickly as possible, doing as much damage as possible to me. That must be a hell of a good relationship. What a crazy day it's been. After I talked to that depressing woman at the barn, I called one of my barn friends and told her what the woman had told me about, and she gave me a different perspective on things. She told me a different story of the other barn that I'm not allowed to go to and how people feel about him. That wasn't necessarily at all the same as the first story. People she know there have told her that he is not beloved, and people think it's terrible what he's done, and his ex is beloved there. And yeah, that made me feel somewhat better. She, I called her out of the blue. I'd been petting her horses, and then I thought, let me call her. Let me just give her a call. And I'd seen her the other day, and she said, anytime, give me a call. And I thought, now's the time. I'm going to call her. And that's really been my approach this whole time. I'm just going to call people when I need them and when I want them. And if I wear out my welcome, so be it. But for now, I'm just going to keep connecting with people because I need people. I'm lonely and I want to feel connected. That was good. I called her. She made me feel a lot better. She gave me a different perspective based on first and very close second-hand knowledge. So that enabled me to go on. Yeah, after that I came home and I had a very involved phone call with, I had a really good phone call with someone who I've become very close with lately, and that was good and made me feel reassured and gave me some things to think about, and I can't say too much more about that. And then I went up to the pet store with my running partner, and she drove, and I got to hold her puppy in my lap, and it was great. I really, really like that dog. And it was just fun to go to the pet store and try and little dog harnesses and look for toys. So she spent a bit of cash on her dog, and then I bought things like a toothbrush for my dog because I've been brushing her teeth, but I've been lax lately, and I've got to say, I've been bringing her into the bed with me at night to sleep, and sometimes she'll look me in the face and breathe, and I want to die. It's just terrible. So I got toothpaste and a toothbrush all formulated for a dog, and I'm going to try my damnedest to improve her breath, both for her and sort of selfishly for me. And then I got home and I talked to my mom for a while and, just let her know that therapy went really well yesterday because that was a really powerful experience. My left knee is sore. I come away from today really proud of what we accomplished and really excited for the rock and roll half marathon because we did a solid one today, and with 6 or 7 more weeks of training, I think we can hope for a personal record, which would be nice. I would really like to do it in sub 2 hours. I think it's possible. I think I need strength training over endurance training right now, so I think that'll be my focus for the next little bit. But in terms of her, the woman that is still my wife currently, it's been an up and down day about her. I kind of feel right now like I don't know what's up with her. I don't know if she's not well. I don't know if it's actually love she feels for the person. I don't know what to do with it all. And I've covered that at length today. I'm absent enough now where I just have to let it go. I mean, since I sent that text on Thursday where I said, can't you just send the packages to your new home? She's gone. So that's been 2 full days of her not saying anything, which I think is a record for our demise. I don't think she's gone this long without saying anything in the past. I don't know that necessarily means anything except now she's able to do that. Not that it matters. I just wanted to let you know the day ended better than the last conversation I had. And that's good. I reached out to people. They helped me. I had some good phone calls with some good people, and that helps bolster me. And I should be able to journal tonight and get some sleep, and I feel real good. So I think I'm going to close with that. I'll see you tomorrow. Have an awesome night.